Welcome to We Wine Whenever. Grab your glass and join 3 Jersey Shore housewives, Wendy, Kelly, and Lori, as they dive into everything from Bravo drama to life's everyday chaos. It's unfiltered, it's hilarious, and it's the real talk you've been waiting for, from relationship to pop culture. We drink wine whenever, and we hope you do too. Don't forget to subscribe and give us a 5-star review. Cheers! Hi, welcome to We Wine Whenever. I'm Wendy.
I'm Kelly.
We are talking about Real Housewives of Miami, Season 7, Episode number 10. So this is interesting. This one is called The Thrill of Seville. So they want thrill and Seville to rhyme. But we have now learned that it is not pronounced Seville. If you are from Spain, which Alexia is from Spain, well, she's spent many years in Spain, it's pronounced Sevilla. Sevilla. So the thrill of Sevilla doesn't really work for a name, but I will give The Thrill of Seville an okay name.
Yeah, I agree.
Just putting that out there.
We Americanized it.
Yes. We see all the ladies packing up and getting ready to go to the airport. And Alexia announces that she was in Spain from the ages of 17 to 23, and she lived in Madrid. And she explains that Sevilla is more of a country, whereas Madrid is more like the city. Right? Lisa
Did
is
she
late.
say why she lived there? Just because she had family there?
She didn't say
is
why.
She a model or something, Alexia?
I think so. I don't think so. She didn't say why she was there. Lisa is late and misses the plane, and there'll be more about that later. We see Stephanie arrives on her plane, and she's the last one to get on, with her $70,000 Birkin. And Larsa and Julia and Adriana are already there. And she gives them a little gift bag, which had an LED face mask and Shomo Air pajamas. I don't know if you noticed, but they all had black pajamas and she had white pajamas.
I did notice that.
Okay, what is that all about? Seriously? I mean, if you're going to have what is that?
Well, I mean, the fact that she said she's never been one to be in a big circle of friends, I mean, we get it.
Yeah.
We get it. Understood. You probably didn't even have to make that comment.
Yep.
But this is where the flex the flex always comes in.
Yes. Oh, she does flex.
Ugh.
Larsa brings up that Lisa is still following her ex-boyfriend. So I don't know if you noticed this. Larsa does not ever say him by name. She always says my ex. Everyone else calls him by name, but she does not.
Yeah.
Did you notice that?
I didn't notice it, but you're absolutely right.
Yeah.
That's pretty funny.
Yep. Larsa asks Stephanie, why were you and Alexia fighting? And Stephanie said she was trying to belittle other women. And then Julia jumps in and says, I don't think she belittles women. And Adriana's like, yes, she does. And Julia's like, well, Alexia can't take a joke. Okay, well, what joke? There was no joke. It was the whole dog thing. I mean, the fact that we're even still talking about the stupid dog thing
Exactly.
is ridiculous.
It's so stupid.
So
and Julia
stupid.
tells Stephanie to only say Alexia belittled her and don't bring up other women.
Right.
And Adriana's like, I think Julia's memory is a little clouded. And she's right.
Yeah. I loved how throughout this episode, Adriana would give us a little bit of history. So
Fun fact.
Yes. The first thing she told us is that Spain has 5 different languages within its own country. So thank you for that. Yeah. So they arrive in Sevilla and they're staying at the Radisson, and there is one presidential suite. And Julia said that she had it booked for Alexia. But when we get there, Stephanie finds out that Masood upgraded her and she has the presidential suite. Now, how funny is that?
Mm-hmm.
So they get to the
for herself.
Yep, for herself.
And Alexia is sharing one.
Yep. And it's not the presidential suite, the one that Alexia has, because there's only one.
Right.
So she has the best suite in the hotel.
Listen, nobody's complaining about those other rooms, though.
No, they're not.
Those rooms were beautiful.
Yes. So she gets there and all the ladies go in and she's got all these gifts in there that Masood has left her. I mean, listen, we saw what Anna had said about their financial situation. I think Masood is really trying to overcompensate.
It's going to be real interesting to see what happens.
Yeah.
I mean, I think that they're faking it until they make it.
Yeah.
But we'll see.
So then the other ladies arrive, minus Lisa. She's on another flight. Now, prior to them arriving, the first group is sitting at the bar talking, and Stephanie is kind of talking about like what happened with Alexia. And as soon as the other group arrives, Julia goes up and hugs Alexia, and she's like, we were just talking about you. Adriana's there. Stephanie heard it. Like I'm like, what is wrong
They all
with
heard it.
Julia? And Alexia's like, I don't give a fuck.
Julia's turning into a mess because she completely said it with a smile on her face.
Yes.
Like,
Yes.
like she was like bringing the tea.
Yep. Meanwhile, Julia keeps saying that she is doing this. They're doing this trip. Her and Marysol are doing this trip for Alexia, that this is for Alexia. Then why are you trying to incite her? Like,
Right.
it makes no sense.
Right.
It makes no
Right.
sense.
Totally agree.
And
then she goes back to the original four and she's like, okay, what did I miss?
Yeah.
You missed you ratting out your friends over here. That's what you just missed.
Yeah. Stephanie's like, we haven't even
Because
been
they
off
all
my
saw it.
plane for 2 hours. For 2 hours. And you didn't even give me the opportunity to tell her. Like, you had to go. And she's like pretending like, oh, she didn't do anything wrong.
No, because I just said, and she repeats it completely differently than how it was really said.
Mm-hmm.
Completely differently.
Stephanie says that this is her first girls' trip ever without Masood.
Now, let me ask you something. Do you think that possibly Masood has a wandering eye, and that's why Stephanie doesn't travel without him? Because I was
No,
thinking of that.
I don't think so, especially when you see next episode when he calls her and says that.
And says you have to come home tomorrow.
Yes.
He's just controlling.
I think that's what it is. Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay.
So then we see the ladies are getting ready for dinner. Stephanie's telling Larsa that she felt like she was in a safe space and when she was talking at the bar. And then Julia, went and told Alexia. We find out that Marysol has hired flamenco musician. That was so weird. He goes over and starts singing directly to Alexia and Marysol, and they're both
At
crying.
the dinner.
Yes, that was so
I mean, he was
weird.
very passionate. He was very dramatic, and I can't believe it took the other ladies that long to laugh. Because I was like, I would have had to remove myself from the table.
I'm thinking the other ladies were laughing and they just didn't show it to us right away. I mean, because
Probably.
I was like, what is going on here?
It was what?
So after he's done singing, then Julia stands up and she's welcoming all the ladies to Seville, like as though she has done this whole thing.
Right.
And they're complaining about Lisa. They find out that she's now on the train because she missed her flight.
Alexia says they all support each other, and Kiki's like, well, except for one person. Where is Lisa?
Yes. Listen, like Adriana said, I feel like she's already paying the price. Like she's missed the flight. She's now on a train. And when we, find out, like, it wasn't easy for her to get there. Like,
Right.
I don't know. I feel like they're being so hard on her. And I get it. She's late all the time, which, by the way, I did hear. She hired not a life coach, but like an on-time coach. She did hire somebody to help her be on time.
That's good, because they really are making this whole season about it, which is ridiculous. But my question is, how did they know she was on a train at this time? She had to be in communication with somebody. So either she was texting one of the girls and they're not letting us know that, or she was communicating with producers.
Right.
She had to be communicating with somebody. It was producers, because we later learned after that narcissist party, that she did tell producers she was going to be 2 hours late. And that the girls should go without her and she'll meet them there. And the producer said, no, we'll wait for you.
Right. Right. Yeah. So I don't know. I don't like that they make such a big deal about someone being late because, they're still doing their own thing.
And Julia's is like, I don't give a shit. I'm not giving her a pass.
Right. Yeah. She says,
Julia thinks she's way more important than she is, I feel like.
Well, she even says, I feel like we're not important to her. I mean, how did it become about you? Seriously, how did it become about you?
Right.
Then Larsa said, oh, we had a great time on the private plane. And then Marysol said, well, when we arrived, there was like kind of a weird vibe. Yeah. And Alexia's like, yeah, because when I came in, Julia told me you guys were talking about me. So Larsa said, yeah, but it wasn't like a bad vibe. It was Stephanie was saying that she wanted to get to know you better. And then Alexia starts going in on Stephanie. You're not going to come into this group and change the dynamic. Stephanie's like, okay, so you're not gonna tell me what dynamics I'm not gonna change. I was like, "Ooh, you go, Stephanie.
Oh, yeah. Yep.
I'm sorry that you were offended, but sometimes the truth hurts." I was like, she's going in." Alexi's like, "Well, who do you think you are?" She's like, Stephanie Soji." Alexi's like, Alexi said, "Bitch, and I'm Alexia Nepola." And I was like, "Okay, now we're doing full names."
Yeah. It's a big, big swinging dick competition now.
It really is. Stephanie said, "I think you're very insecure." And then Alexia pounds on her chest and yells, "I'm Alexia, I'm Alexia."
Stephanie does,
Stephanie
yeah.
does. Yes, Stephanie does.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm like, "Oh my God, like, what are you
"Oh,
doing?"
Alexia!"
Yes, yes. I'm like, "Oh my God, like, what are you doing?"
And Larsa and Adriana were like, "Oh, shit."
Alexia said, "My confidence bothers you." And Steffi says, "No, it doesn't." Meanwhile, Adriana is sitting on the other end of the table, literally laughing. I was like, "Thank you."
Listen, Adriana hit the nail on the head with Alexia. She thinks she's the star of the show, and when someone younger, prettier, and more wealthy than Alexia comes in, she doesn't like it. And we saw it with Dr. Nicole. We said it with Nicole. That
Mhm.
is why Alexia and Marysol did not like Nicole. She was younger, she was smarter, she was prettier, she was richer.
Yep.
And now enter Stephanie. It's just, I mean, it's so clear as day. It doesn't take a Harvard psychology degree to figure it out, but I'm glad Adriana said it.
Yeah, me too. And Stephanie said, "Jealousy is a disease." Alexia's like, "Jealous of what? I'm not jealous of you." And the look on Julia's face is like, "What is going on?"
And Julia knew exactly what she was doing.
Yeah, but she's the one who started it. She's absolutely the one who started it.
100%.
In her confessional, she's like, "If I knew that, like, me saying that would have done this, I would have never said it." I'm like, "Come on,
Bullshit.
Julia. Who are you kidding?"
Bullshit.
Marisol steps in and says, like, "Where did this go wrong?" Stephanie said, "I'll tell you where it went wrong. I've tried every event to talk to Alexia." And Lexi said, So have I, Stephanie, by calling me a Chihuahua." And Alexia said, "Well, you take things too personal." No.
No.
She said, "You called yourself a Rottweiler, and I take it personal." Alexi's like, "Well, you were barking at me." And meanwhile, Kiki's like, "I cannot believe we are still talking about, like, these breeds of dogs." And I totally agree with her. Like,
I
I cannot,
totally agree too.
like, why are
Especially
we.
because Alexia started it and now she's pissed off that Stephanie did the same thing.
Yep.
Like these women have zero self-awareness.
Right. Right. Oh, and then she calls her a big head. Alexia tells Stephanie she has a big head. And you kiss ass. And Alexia's like, "What?" She says, "You think you can buy people." Stephanie said, "Did I buy you? Did I buy you?" And she's like pointing to people. And then Kiki's like, "This is the most entertaining dinner we've had in a long time. And I'm not picking anyone's team. I'm team Kiki." I was like, "Good
She's
for
Team
you,
Kiki.
Kiki." Yep.
Why was Marysol telling Stephanie to stop though? Alexia was acting exactly the same as Stephanie and Marysol was telling Stephanie to stop.
Because that's what Marisol does. Like Stephanie said, she is her protector.
Yeah,
She points it out when they go to do the shopping for the flamenco dress. It's like, you're a different person when Alexia's not here. You don't need to be
absolutely.
her
She's
step stool.
absolutely right.
I mean, I
Yep.
think those were her exact words. "You don't need to be her step stool." And it's
Yeah.
true.
100%. And Stephanie says she's going to be the bigger person and that she really likes Alexia so that they talk more. And Alexia did say she was sorry for name calling. So, I mean, that's pretty monumental that she apologized.
Yes, 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 absolutely. Well, she also apologized for calling Todd trash, which I think that's what
Ye-
let it off with Stephanie. I mean, that's where they really went awry. It
yeah,
just
that's where it took a left.
Yeah, it didn't ever go back after that. And then Lexi said, "I think we're gonna be great friends." And Stephanie's like, "I thought we were friends." And Lexi said, "No, no, I think we're going to be great friends." I was like, "Oh God, let's not push this." Like,
Yeah,
seriously.
let's baby steps, girls, baby steps.
Lexi cheers the table, claps, and they're all moving forward. I'm like, "Kumbaya." Like, let's see how long
Right,
this lasts, right?
right.
It is now 11:20 PM. Lisa arrives 23 hours and 47 minutes late. All I can say is, wow. Like, that is determination.
Yeah, set an alarm, Lisa. Set an
Yeah.
alarm.
She says in her confessional, it was very long, very lonely, and very scary to travel alone. At one point, she was like in a train station where nobody spoke English. I mean,
I'd freak out if that were me. I'd freak out.
I give her a lot of credit because I think she was 100% alone. There was no producer staying back with her. I think she had to
No,
figure
we
this.
would have seen it.
Yes, we would have seen it. I mean, I think that would have been great, actually, if they did leave a camera back to follow her travels.
I think you're right. I agree with you.
But I think that, I give her a lot of credit. I give her a lot of credit for getting there.
Well, Marysol and Alexia were trying to get her to acknowledge and take accountability, but
Yeah, I mean, this is after the 24 hours. She's exhausted. She comes to your room to say, "Hi, I'm here." They're like, "We wanna know what happened." She's like, "Pish posh." I was like, "Oh, pish posh. I like that one. That's a new one."
yeah, yeah. I think she could have said something like, "I was doing this," because we later find out she was in St. Bart.
But no, I don't think
But
she was in St. Bart's because
she had to be back by then because she was supposed to travel with them.
right,
Because
she
she was
it
in St. Bart prior to
right,
them leaving.
right. I mean, it's obvious that she has some legal issues going on because of what
Well,
happens
yeah,
at the
because she
dinner.
said when they find out why I'm late, they're gonna feel bad.
Right, right.
I highly doubt that that's true, that they're gonna feel
No.
bad.
I don't think it matters why you're late at this point because they're just so butthurt that
Yeah,
that they find it disrespectful.
yeah. They're on a mission. They're on a
Yeah,
mission to prove,
yeah.
make you look a certain way, so
And
you're
Lexia's like,
helping them.
"We wanna help you so tomorrow, because all the girls are mad, like, we wanna help you." And Lisa's like, "Yeah, we'll just deal with it tomorrow."
And are they mad?
I mean, I don't think they're mad until one of them will bring it up, and then they all, like, pile on, you know?
Exactly.
Think they're I don't think any of them are sitting around, like, saying, "Oh my goodness, like, where's Lisa? What did Lisa
Right,
do?" You know?
right.
But then as soon as one brings it up, then they just all pile on and like, "Oh my gosh, this became, like, this really horrible thing." Actually, that's the last note I have for this. Do you have anything
Me
else?
too.
Alright, so we'll go to the next episode. Next episode is Real Housewives of Miami, Season 7, Episode number 11, Unfollow or Unfriend.
Mhm.
So it's the next day, and the ladies are getting ready, and they're getting ready to go flamenco dress shopping because it turns out that Stephanie knows the woman who owns the flamenco dress shop, and she kind of set this up for them. Lisa explains that she had some legal matters that, needed her attention. And Larsa says, "Well, you were in St. Bart's." And she's like, "Well, my legal representation was there also." I'm like, I don't know why she said that. But even if they were, like, why would you say that? And they show a picture of her and Jody, but it's 5 days prior. So it's not like she was there and missed the flight. She was back in
Right.
Miami. Like,
She was back in Miami, yeah.
yeah. And she said in her
It is
confessional,
interesting though that she's not just like, "You're right. I'm sorry. I missed the plane. I'm sorry." It's also very interesting to me that she doesn't just unfollow Marcus.
well,
But
now she's just drawing a line in the sand at this point.
that's it. That's it.
Right.
It's
Right.
just a pissing contest now.
Yeah.
Marisol's shirt dress with the long vest,
Mhm.
super cute.
Oh, you like that?
I liked it so much. I thought that was adorable.
What about the fact that it showed her knees? That's all I kept thinking of when I was seeing her in that. I'm like, "Oh my gosh, there's her knees." And I think her knees look fine. I think they look totally
Fan of
fine.
Marisol's knees. I think she should show it if she got it, and she got it, so she
I
should show
think
it.
I think sh listen, she's so tiny, she's so petite, like, not many
She's
people can.
so tiny, which is why that outfit worked. Like, if I tried to wear I bought a shirt dress, it's just a long button-down shirt, but it's supposed to be a dress. I look
Mhm.
ridiculous in it.
Yeah, she's
I
tiny and she
try to wear it all the time with boots. I put it on, I put my boots on, I'm like, "Nope." I take it off.
yeah, I mean, I saw it, I thought it was adorable too. I think that Marisol.
So cute. Yeah, I mean, listen, I don't I hardly ever dislike it unless it's, like, very outlandish. It's not my style, but certain things she wears is very cute, and that really was one of them.
Let's see. So they're splitting into 2 groups. The first group is gonna be Stephanie, Larsa, Lisa, Adriana, and Marisol. And the second group is gonna be Gertie, Julia, Alexia, and Kiki. So the second group is going to the food market, whereas the first group is going to the flamenco dress place. So on the way to the food market, Alexia is telling them that when she was there in Spain, that she had tasted the food, the balls of the bull. I'm like,
Right.
"Okay."
I believe we saw Luann and Sonya do that
On
on,
Crappy Lake,
we sure did.
right? Rocky Mountain oysters, isn't that what they call
Yes.
them?
Yes, it is.
So Marisol tells us when she's at the store that they have a special surprise for Stephanie at the end of the trip because her birthday's coming up. And I think it has something to do with the flamenco store.
Definitely has something to do with the dresses.
Yes,
It
right? It
definitely
does.
involves the dresses.
Yeah. So we'll have to wait and see what that's all about.
Yeah, yeah.
The ladies are trying on all these beautiful dresses. I didn't realize it was so much polka dots, but she was explaining that. I mean,
Me neither.
I'm really not a huge polka dot fan. I'll be honest with
Me
you, I'm
neither.
not. But she was explaining how that it kind of happened by mistake, like they were making these dresses and then the polka dot wound up on one of them or they were short of something and then that just became a thing,
Yeah.
which I'm like, "Oh, all right, if that's
Okay.
the thing, then that's a thing." But I just thought that was weird.
Right.
But Marisol's the one that she picks is all white with eyelets. And they're like, "You should get something in color." And she's like, "No, I liked it. I actually liked hers. I thought it was absolutely beautiful, to be honest with you."
I did too, yeah.
But
I'm a pretty
they
plain dresser, so
honestly, and I love white eyelet. I love a white eyelet, anything. But she said she's gonna wear it for her next wedding. And then you see her in her confessional, she calls up Steve and she's like, "I have an idea for another theme for our next wedding and a flamenco." And he's like, "Yeah, I'm on board with it." Like, love
are
that.
they officially married, though? We
Well, they
don't
are.
know.
Well, no, they are. I mean, they're
Oh,
legally
they did
married.
the courthouse. They did the
Yes,
courthouse.
yes, yes, yes. And they had the party,
Okay.
which is where, the whole thing went awry.
Right, the water, right, or
Yeah,
drink.
yeah.
Okay. Stephanie says to Marysol that it was mean that she bet on Alexia because she buries everyone in a fight, but I'm pretty sure Stephanie won that fight. I thought Stephanie came out on top there.
I
I
thought so
thought
too. I thought so
right?
too. I thought so too. I
But
mean,
Stephanie said that they get a different Marysol when Alexia isn't around, and I totally agree.
yes. And Adriana jumps in and says she agrees as well.
Yeah.
So, I mean, then we're back at the food market and they have Kiki try these oysters. Those oysters were huge.
They really were, 'cause
I mean,
I like oysters, but they were enormous.
so Kiki is in the midst of trying to swallow them and she can't, so she winds up spitting them out. But she does say in her confessional, it's just that they were too big because she is game to try anything. We did see her eat the crickets
Yeah.
last season, and it's not like she's not game. I think they just, were giving her too much at that
Right,
point.
right.
So Alexia is telling Kiki that she hasn't been herself on this trip. And then Kiki starts telling them that, there was this thing that Biden had put into place that you could bring your family over with you just sign a paper and you're going to be financially responsible for them, to help people, some of her family from Haiti. And she was doing that.
Mhm.
And they're like, "Well, how many people are you going to bring?" She's like, "5." Her plan was to bring 5 people. She's like, "But, it's financially, it's a lot because you have to be financially responsible for everything, like their medical, everything. Like they're not using anything."
Crazy.
And other family members found out about it. And she started getting death threats because she couldn't
That's
take them all. I mean, that's horrible.
insane.
That's
Yeah.
horrible. So much so that she had to move. Like, they were coming over to Miami, and, like, she was in fear of her life.
That's crazy.
That is crazy, and, she's crying when she's talking about it, obviously, and she's like, "Alls I can do is, like, there's nothing I can do. Alls I can do now is pray," and she said that her father, he, like, was able to step in and,
Yeah.
like, tell them to stop, but still, I mean, she just is getting back with her father, you know?
I know, but thank God he did that.
Yeah. It that blows my mind, to be quite honest with you. Here she is, like, trying
Yeah.
to help these people, and, you can't help everybody.
No, I mean, how many people her mom's already here, right?
Right, her mom's already here, and, I mean, her brother died, right, in the tsunami.
Wait, was that her brother or Gertie's brother? I think that was Gertie's brother.
Oh, I think you're right now that you just said that. Well, do
But
we ha
Gertie said, "I have a love-hate relationship with that country."
Yeah, yeah. Um, and then they all go to take a picture together, and Julia asks Gertie if she's gonna post it on Instagram because she's unfollowed her, and Gertie, like, laughs and hugs. And Alexia said, "Well, Lisa also needs to unfollow her boyfriend, her ex." And they all agree that she should unfollow him.
Just unfollow him, Lisa. He's not your friend. You're not friends with him. If he's Jodie's friend, let Jodie follow him. Like, it's not what is the big fucking deal?
I don't know. I feel like we're gonna find out more. I feel like something else happened because the way it ends with the whole Jody thing and like, we see Jody get into the confessional seat with Elisa, but we don't hear his confessional yet. We
Well,
don't hear
he
his con
tells her to get off her phone because he's like, "This is the
Yes!
first time I'm doing this," and he's
Yes!
obviously very nervous, you know?
Yes, but we don't see his actual confessional. So I think that we're gonna find out something that happened specifically with Larsa that we don't
Well,
know about.
I mean, she's saying he called her, he's saying she called him. So, I honestly don't believe Larsa, I think Larsa's a liar, but I don't know, I could very much be wrong, obviously.
Yeah.
But Marysol reenacting Larsa eating the ice cream with her Tito's bottle was hysterical.
I mean, it was not a Tito's bottle, it was a handle of
It was the
Tito's.
handle.
I was like,
That was so funny.
"My god." She said to her, "This is how you get all those ballers."
That's right.
You know what,
That's
Marisol?
right.
I think you could get your ballers too,
I think so too.
the way you handled that handle.
Yeah, exactly.
Then they're all gonna go back to the hotel, and they're going to be doing a spiritual flamenco. Okay. The second group goes to try on the dresses, and Julia's talking to Alexia about Todd, and because she's wearing her wedding ring again. Oh, boy. So this is the perfect time to bring this up because we just saw what Todd posted on Instagram. He posted a 10+ minute monologue about his side of this season of Real Housewives of Miami and the
Yes.
fact that he is suing the producers of Real Housewife of Miami. So I think
Well,
it's very interesting.
Marisol making a comment that if, Marisol does not think Todd is good for Alexia, she said she will wind up with cement shoes at the bottom of the Miami River if they ever get back together.
Yeah.
That's not a great statement, Marisol, to make about somebody. You really shouldn't do that. You really shouldn't insinuate that somebody has any type of affiliation with anybody who would do that.
Yeah.
Certainly not somebody that's Italian.
Is Todd Italian?
I believe so.
Yeah, that was not good. That was not good.
Nope.
I'm
Nope.
just uh, I'm very curious. I was first of all, I watched some of his other Instagram videos. Did you watch any of his other ones?
No.
Well, I had to go to his page. I had to go first of all, I
I
had to go to
remember the one to the apology to Anthony, Dr.
No.
Nicole's
No, I
husband.
remember the apology to Anthony too, but I thought that was a private that wasn't on was that on Instagram? Was that a
I
public?
think it was.
It was public. So I went to his page to make sure it was really him that posted it, even though I obviously look like him, but I still always go to his page. And then I wanted to see his other videos and like see what his business is. So his other videos are kind of like about business, but his other videos are kind of very similar in style. Like it's just him kind of talking about things like giving just him talking about whatever it may be, like, very matter of factly. He made a lot of allegations in that video. And the fact that he's doing a lawsuit against them and he has that video out, that that is going to be a part of it. Everything that he said, I would think that was very thought out
For
and
sure.
because he's going to be depositioned on it if, this goes to trial. And I would think that he's not go he said when he wins he said it when he wins, he's gonna donate the money to what did he say? Cyberbullying organizations that help with it's not about the money with him. So I don't think he's going to settle, right?
No.
I think that this
But
is
I
gonna
hope
go
he
through.
has some big time lawyers because we've seen Bravo has good lawyers. Because didn't Brandy Glanville have like Mark Garagos or something and he backed down from Bravo? Brandy Glanville had somebody who was telling her that she was going to be successful in a lawsuit against Bravo. And I personally think that Brandy Glanville could be successful against Bravo because I have said it for years. Bravo made Brandy into what she become today, what she's
Mhm.
become. And Bravo highly influenced her. And I would love to see Todd successful in this. Whether you like him or not,
Yeah.
they are damaging this guy.
100%. I mean,
So I would like to see him successful. I just think that Bravo, I mean, they're NBC for crying out loud.
yeah.
The only
I
one who
mean,
has influence over that is Kathy Hilton, as we know.
yeah. I mean, what Todd was saying about, what happened with Frankie and his relationship with Frankie, and, he would never just leave Frankie, and even Peter and his relationship with Peter, and he doesn't blame Peter because he may be the one who fought for them to get paid because he said he is the one that fought for Peter and Frankie to get paid.
Yeah.
And
You know what
remember I
I thought
told
was
you
really interesting?
what?
Go ahead.
Remember I told you one of the housewives' husbands fought for the other men to get paid, and now those husbands are getting paid, and you asked if it was Todd, and I was like, "No, no way." I think now that after I heard that, it may have in fact have been Todd because I do know
They
that
may have.
there was one that fought for them to get paid, and they were they were getting paid.
Yeah. I thought it was really interesting what he said about Frankie and Peter's father, that he is just as involved with them and he doesn't get the credit. We don't ever hear that.
No.
We have
No.
never heard anything other than the guy was a drug dealer and went to jail, right? That was very interesting that he said that, that guy is just as involved with his kids. Maybe not just as Alexia, because she's listen, nobody's ever gonna deny Alexia is a wonderful mother, a very good mother.
Right,
But
right.
I just thought that it was really interesting that this guy is saying their father is involved and sees them and spends time with them, and we would never have known that had he not said that.
No, we wouldn't, we wouldn't, and, I don't know. I do think they're done now for good.
Well, I think so now, especially after that.
Yeah, I mean, it that just blows my mind that Alexia knew all this. I mean, how does that play out? Like, how does that play out?
I wonder if she really offered to leave the show for him.
Well, even if she did, like he said to her, "It's too late. It's too late." He was already
Right.
painted in that light.
Yeah.
So we'll have to wait and see how this plays out. I mean, I can't even imagine now that there's a lawsuit if it can even be brought up at the reunion. But if it's not brought up, I mean, Andy has got to ask the questions.
I think Andy will address it, but I think you're right. I think if it's in litigation, they probably can't talk about it. If it's currently in litigation by that time, it's not now, but it could be by the time they film it,
Yeah.
if he's really going to pursue it.
Um,
I hope he does, and I hope he's successful.
yeah. Listen. So, okay. So then Larsa asked Lisa if she's ever unfollowed her ex. Lisa said no. She said, "We were not in a great place." She doesn't want to talk about it now. Larsa says, "Well, if she doesn't want to be friends with someone like her, if she's not going to unfollow." She's like, "You're sending a message that you don't care about me." Lisa says, "Leave me alone." Larsa tells Lisa she's a groupie. And then they start calling each other's names. And now they're back at the hotel. And Marysol tells Lisa, "I think that you should, unfollow him." Lisa, it's like, "Well, she called me all these names. She called me a groupie." And Marysol goes, "No, you called her one." She goes, "No, but that was after she called me one." She goes, "Let me check my notes." She goes, "You're taking notes?" And she's like, "Yes, I'm taking notes."
Somebody else did that on a different franchise. Do you remember? Somebody else did that.
I do remember it. I don't remember who it was, but I'll tell you
Me
what. I mean,
neither. It was driving me crazy.
the stuff that goes back and forth with these women, I feel like I would have to take notes too because
It,
I
it's
mean, how do
just,
you keep it
it's like,
straight? How do you
yeah.
keep it straight? Let's see. Lisa's on the phone with Jody, and then Adriana's there, and she's telling him about everything that Larsa's saying. Jody said, why would you be good friends? Why would you be a good friend to her? She spent the last 3 months being a predator towards you and I." So he starts to say that, they almost broke up because of things that Larsa had done. Because the next thing we see is that Jody and Lisa are together in a confessional they're about to do one. And like you said, she's on her phone and he's like, "Can you, this is my first time doing this."
Yeah.
And a producer asks him, "Explain how Larsa got in between you and Lisa and almost broke you up." And then the producer comes. That's all we see there. We get back
Well,
to the producer
he
again.
did say that when people come for Lisa, the coming at Lisa from people trickles down to him and it gets stressful. He did at least say that much.
Yeah, but I don't think that was his actual confessional. I think
N
Right? I think we're
Well,
gonna see a real confessional from him after
yeah,
Lisa puts her phone down.
this is when we see
Yeah,
him tell Lisa, like, "Can you get off the phone?" Like, that's at the
yeah,
same time he's saying this.
yeah. The ladies are downstairs, and Larsa tells them again, everyone's down there, of course, except for Lisa, that Lisa will not unfollow her ex. Then when Lisa gets there, before Lisa gets there, Adriana said, "Listen, I think she will unfollow. It's just to the point that now she's not doing it because you told her to. So she's like,
Yeah,
she's not
she doesn't
doing
wanna be
it."
told what to do. And then Adriana goes, "I still follow Lenny."
Yeah. Yep. That was so funny.
So funny.
That was so
Of all
funny.
people, come on, unfollow Lenny. He's
I mean,
disgusting.
nobody needs to follow Lenny.
Uh-uh.
So then Lisa shows up, and then Julia asks Lisa why, she doesn't unfollow, and she says Marcus. Julia says his name. Lisa says, "Does anyone like to be told what to do?" And she's right. Nobody does like to,
Mhm.
especially these ladies.
Right.
So Kiki in her confessional says, "I cannot believe we are fighting over who's following and unfollowing on Instagram. Come on, lady, we're in Spain." Like, it's true. You're in Spain. Like, first you're doing dog breeds. Now you're fighting about who's following and unfollowing. Like,
Yeah.
can we just act like adults and
Right.
enjoy this vacation?
Right.
So they
Julia
get
got all jacked up, though, in the car.
she really did.
Was it just because it wasn't about her?
I
Like,
don't
she
know.
got all, like, right?
No, she definitely did. She definitely did. So then they're doing this healing flamenco, and I don't know if you know. So then Kiki goes over and takes off her top because they're giving her a scarf to wear.
She does like to show her boobies.
But you know what? She's got great boobs. Who cares?
She's got great fucking boobs. I got the same thing written down. Let it.
Yeah, I don't know why they seem so offended. Like they've never. I mean, who
Yeah,
cares?
I mean, listen, what is the difference between them hanging out, overflowing out of your dress, like
Mm-hmm.
half of you dress like every day, or Kiki just, changing and putting them out there? I'm
Yeah,
fine with it, Kiki. Keep
me
it
too.
coming.
Yep, me too. But then Alexia and Stephanie realize that they both have their scarves around their waists and they're the only ones that have it like that. And they get up and they start dancing together and they're having a great time and they're laughing. I'm like, that's what I like to see. That's the stuff
Yeah,
I
that
like to
was
see.
nice.
Like, not
Yes, that
this
was nice.
stupid bullshit. Okay, then we get another fun fact from Adriana. Flamenco was originated in Seville by the Gitanos. Throughout history, gypsies were always ostracized, and a part of that culture as a healing process was to express the pain and the emotion into their songs.
Yes.
So they want to, coming from the inside out. It's a guttural experience. So the group needs a
Mhm.
lot of healing, she says. But then the flamenco lady says to them that they all need to sing aya to express their pain, right? Larsa's was horrible, but she said, "I can't sing, but neither can Adriana."
Yeah. Yeah, like, she had
Right,
to really throw that in.
right.
We
You know,
saw the music video on the
yeah,
yacht.
yeah. I think Adriana can sing.
I do too.
I'm better than Julia.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah, right? And not for nothing, but I thought Lisa's was pretty good.
I
I
did
mean,
too.
right? I mean, I don't know.
Listen, I give them all credit for doing it because it's not an easy thing, especially put on the spot like that.
Then we see they're all back at the hotel and they're getting ready for dinner. And Masood calls Stephanie. This is when he tells her that she needs to leave tomorrow. And at first, I thought something happened.
Yeah, me
A-
too.
And then she's like, "Well, why?" And then he said something about work. She's like, "Wait, you want me to come home because of work?" And it turns out he just misses her. He just misses her so much. I mean, I don't know if it's that he misses her
What
or
have they been gone? 2 days?
yeah, I think so.
Come on, Masood. Get
I
your shit
know.
together.
So it turned. I guess when they were on the commercial flight, they all found out that a bunch of the women had brought red, so they decided that this was the dinner that they were going to wear red to. I thought that they looked amazing in their
Yeah,
red
how about Kiki
dresses.
saying she doesn't have hair on her legs? What
Yeah.
lottery did she hit?
Yeah.
The hell is that?
I know. I wonder what that's all about. So, I don't know. This is where it gets very confusing to me.
Yes, yes.
So, I guess after the healing flamenco, they were back at the hotel and in the elevator together, and Larsa and Lisa were arguing about something that had happened in Milan, which, I mean, it was brought up that, Larsa said that Jody's eyes were crazy and that
They
he's
were
the
not,
one, right? He's the one who brought up that Larsa called the paparazzi on Marcus with the,
which really
the
doesn't make sense, but
no, it doesn't make sense. And then Jody was texting Larsa while they were getting ready, and Larsa, she doesn't want to. She doesn't want to sit next to Lisa at dinner. Okay.
Julia said it was aggressive. The texting was aggressive.
Larsa in her confessional said, it's not like he was sending me threatening text message. She said, he's just sending me these long, detailed messages, and I don't want to deal with it. I mean, you're a man. You should be dealing with, like, my boyfriend or my brother or somebody. Wait, what? I mean, okay. Larsa, not for nothing, but I thought you were a boss. Like, you can't handle Jody? I mean, I don't know what this texting is about.
Right. That's the problem. We don't know the
Right.
context. I agree that the men should not get involved, but
But she
I
wants,
feel like what
yeah,
you said earlier, like, I think we're gonna find out more,
I think that there's something else to this.
so maybe it's warranted, but
I don't know. I don't know either. So then while they're sitting at dinner, Lisa's getting all these text messages, and you could see they're all annoyed at her. And she's sitting next to Adriana, and she's showing it to Adriana. She's like, I need to go sign something I need to sign this affidavit and get it notarized within an hour. This does not make sense to me. This makes no sense to me.
it makes no sense to me either.
But then what she does go on to say that if she doesn't get it done, like she's trying to, it sounds to me like she's trying to get this signed so it doesn't have to go to court. Because
Right,
if
it's
not,
probably some kind of settlement agreement.
it's a custody agreement
Right.
and perhaps a settlement agreement. And if it's not signed within the hour, then they can't get it to the court prior to the next business day. And then she's going to have to leave early to go to court.
I would imagine that a deadline there's always deadlines with court. There's always
Right.
deadlines, discovery deadlines, there's always deadlines. I would imagine a deadline was set for her to sign this, and she did not. And now it is in the 11th hour, and she needs to sign it
Right.
because she didn't when she was supposed to.
Right. It's not that it just happened now.
No, there's no way. I mean, I don't do family court, I never have, but there's no way somebody's gonna say if she doesn't here's this agreement. If she doesn't sign this within an hour, it's null and void. There's no way.
Right.
It had to be presented to her prior to that.
So then Lisa gets up from the table and says, I have to deal with this right now. And Larsa says, I think I want to go home. And Kiki says, go home. Where? The hotel or Miami? And she's like, Larsa's saying at the table, like, I can't deal with this situation with Lisa anymore. It's completely toxic. I'm going to remove myself from this toxic situation. And then Lisa comes back and sits down and she looks at Larsa. She's like, what? And Larsa's like, I'm going to remove myself from your life. I can't deal with this anymore. I mean, I don't know. Larsa, then she leaves the table and she's like, you're not the greatest friend. Lisa said,
Everyone at the table says that
right,
Lisa's a bad friend, is not a
right.
good friend.
And Lisa said, you're
Too general
speaking,
of a statement.
right. Lisa said, you're speaking for everyone. She said, yes. She's like, you don't call people back. All the guys gave you the red flags. Gertie said, you just speak from your heart directly. Like, don't speak for other people, which is good advice. Like, she cannot be speaking
Very
for the
good
rest of the
advice.
table.
Yep.
Larsa said, I'm going to go. Gertie said, well, don't go. Larsa stands up and says she's ruined the whole weekend. Larsa said, I'm too good for this. Lisa's crying and saying, I'm not equipped for this. They're out in the hallway and Larsa's showing the text message to Gertie, right? Kiki goes back to the table and tells Lisa, you messaged Jody after the elevator and Jody has been texting her like crazy. Lisa said, I don't know. Jody told me that she texted him. She called him. So we don't know like what that sequence of events is. We don't know like what Jody was going to say happened the 3 months prior to filming between Larsa and Jody and Lisa. We don't know what happened, right? So Stephanie's telling Marysol that she had to block him on her phone. Larsa did. Larsa said, I blocked, and then Gertie's looking at the text message and she gasps. I mean, Gertie's very animated in her expressions, just like Kiki is. I think Gertie and Kiki are both very animated with any expressions that they give for
Yeah.
anything. So
Yeah.
I don't know if it warrants a gasp or not, but that's where it ends.
And then, but Lisa says that Lisa said that Jody said Larsa was calling him.
Right.
So we don't know what the truth is yet.
We don't know what the truth is. We haven't really heard from Jody. I feel like we're going to need to hear from Jody. I feel like Jody's going to need to be at the reunion. I hope Jody is getting a paycheck for this because he certainly deserves it.
Yeah, he certainly does.
Yeah, I don't know. It's very confusing. This whole situation is very confusing. And what makes it so confusing is that they're bringing up stuff that happened not during the season.
Right.
And this is what this whole season has been. I mean, we're on episode 11, and they've brought up so many things. Oh, wait a second. I think they filmed the reunion already. Didn't they film the reunion already?
Well, yeah, because we saw the seating chart.
Yes. So the Todd thing can't come up. It just because it came up,
Oh, you're right.
we're
You're
not gonna
right.
we're not gonna see that.
You're right. Damn.
I bet you he waited. He waited. Yeah, we're not gonna see
He
that.
did wait.
Yeah,
You're
because
absolutely right. I wasn't thinking that.
yeah, it just hit me just now. I'm like, wait a
Oh,
second.
and did you see Gertie and Alexia? They were on some kind of carpet, red carpet, and
No.
somebody asked them about the reunion, and they were like, "Well, what happens at the reunion stays at the reunion until it airs." But they were both like, "But something shocking is revealed, like monumental." Like all of us were like, "What?" And it took, like, 5 minutes to, like, really realize what was just said, and they both said it had nothing to do with them, but
Right.
they
And
wouldn't say anything else, but they said something very shocking is revealed.
so we're gonna have to, is it about Jody
I don't know.
and Lisa?
It's not about Gertie or Alexia. They were sure to say that.
Yeah.
Maybe this is why Stephanie's got first seat.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, maybe this is why Stephanie has first seat. I guess we're gonna have to
I'm
wait.
interested.
I'm interested too. I'm interested too. I don't know how many more episodes we have until we get to the reunion. Like I said, this is episode 11. Bravo just switched it from Wednesday nights to Thursday nights, and now it's going to be after the OC.
Yeah.
So I guess we'll have to just wait and see what happens.
I don't think we have another choice.
No, we don't. We really don't. It's not like Bravo's sending us screeners.
No, they are not, damn it. They are not.
I did hear that somebody got in trouble for leaking screeners too, and they lost them, and I can't remember which franchise that was. Was it OC or Miami? One of these two franchises that are on right now got in trouble for leaking screeners.
Imagine it was '06.
It could be, but I don't remember.
And I would imagine it's Tamara. I don't know.
I don't know either. All right. So until next time, thank you for watching and listening. Please give us 5-star reviews and subscribe. Bye.
Bye.